Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 highest paid NBA players. Record-breaking deals have already been made in the 2020-21 NBA season, and the highest paid players in the league are now signing contracts worth over $40 million per year. The Houston Rockets star guard James Harden has been the big talk of this season's rumor mill, but no deals have been made thus far. Superstar Lebron James and Kevin Durant made the list of highest paid players, but neither one made the top. Here are the top 10 highest paid players in the NBA. Number 10, Damian Lillard, $43.8 million. Damian Lamont Ollie Lillard, Sr., born July 15, 1990, is an American professional basketball player for the Portland Trail Blazers of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He played college basketball for the Weber State Wildcats and earned third-team All-American honors in 2012. Lastly, we have Damian Lillard, who is the lone Adidas-sponsored athlete on our list of richest NBA players. He signed a Supermax extension with the Blazers this past summer, which will greatly increase his earning potential and even boost his salary to an absurd $54 million in its final year. The bulk of Lillard's endorsement money comes from Adidas, who reportedly pays him $10 million annually. All in all, Lillard brought in $29.8 million in salary and $14 million in endorsements during the 2019-20 season. Number 9, Giannis Antetokounmpo, $45.8 million. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a Greek professional basketball player for the Milwaukee Bucks of the National Basketball Association, NBA. Born in Greece to Nigerian parents, Antetokounmpo began playing basketball for the youth teams of Philathletikos in Athens. Giannis is one of the best players in the league, but he hasn't reached that LeBron level of marketability, which is why he comes in at number 9 on this list. Giannis is eligible for the richest contract in NBA history next season, 5 years, $248 million, which will easily bolt him up this list as well. He is also a Nike athlete who recently debuted his signature shoe. The more successful years that go by, the more Giannis will become popular, especially if he leaves the Milwaukee market for LA or New York when he becomes a free agent next summer. He pulled in $25.8 million in salary and $20 million in endorsements in 2019 through 2020. Number 8, Chris Paul, $46.5 million. Christopher Emmanuel Paul is an American professional basketball player for the Phoenix Suns of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He has won the NBA Rookie of the Year award, an NBA All-Star Game Most Valuable Player award, 2 Olympic gold medals, and led the NBA in assists 4 times and steals a record 6 times. He has also been selected to 10 NBA All-Star teams, 9 All-NBA teams, and 9 NBA All-Defensive teams. Despite his lack of big-time endorsements, Chris Paul makes this list because of his huge $38.5 million salary that he brought in over the course of the 2019-20 season. In OKC, he doesn't have the biggest market, but he already had a relationship with State Farm, producing some of the most well-known commercials as of late. He also was an early investor in Beyond Meat, whose stock prices have quadrupled since it became a public offering. On top of his salary, Paul made $8 million in endorsements this past year. Number 7, Klay Thompson, $47.7 million. Klay Alexander Thompson is an American basketball player for the Golden State Warriors of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He is credited as one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, a 3-time NBA champion with the Warriors. He is a 5-time NBA All-Star and a 2-time All-NBA third-team honoree. He has also been named to the NBA All-Defensive second team. Golden State Warrior Klay Thompson comes in on our list at number 7. Thompson also signed a new deal recently worth $190 million over the course of 5 years. Thompson plays second fiddle to Stephen Curry, but that doesn't mean there isn't room for them to coexist in the endorsement world. Back in 2017, Klay signed a 10-year endorsement deal with Anta, a Chinese apparel company that could pay him up to $80 million over the course of the decade. That deal, among others, allowed Thompson to pull in $15 million in endorsement money, on top of his $32.7 million in contract money in 2019 and 2020. Number 6, Kyrie Irving, $51.7 million. Kyrie Andrew Irving is an American professional basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He was named the Rookie of the Year after being selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers with the first overall pick in the 2011 NBA Draft. Kyrie Irving is another player on this list who joins his teammates Kevin Durant. He signed a 4-year, $136 million deal this past season with the Brooklyn Nets that also includes incentives that could make it even higher. Irving is most known for his Uncle Drew Pepsi ads, which even sparked a feature film. Irving is also a Nike athlete whose signature shoes have become one of the most popular among players. In 2019 and 20, Irving made $31.7 million in salary and $20 million through endorsements. Number 5, James Harden, $55.2 million. James Edward Harden Jr., born August 26, 1989, is an American professional basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He is one of the NBA's most prolific scorers and earned recognition as the best shooting guard in the NBA, as well as one of the top overall players in the league. Westbrook's teammates, James Harden, comes in just behind him at number 5. Harden recently purchased a stake in the Houston Dynamo of the MLS, which makes him one of the few who is a part owner and another sports franchise while currently in their playing career. Harden also has deals with Body Armor and Trolley Gummy Worms, among others. The man with the most famous beard in the NBA pulled in $38.2 million in salary and $17 million in endorsements in 2019 and 20. Number 4, Russell Westbrook, $56.5 million. Russell Westbrook III is an American professional basketball player for the Washington Wizards of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He is a 9-time NBA All-Star and earned the NBA Most Valuable Player Award for the 2016-17 season. He is also an 8-time All-NBA team member, led the league in scoring in 2014 and 15 and 2016-17, and won back-to-back NBA All-Star Game Most Valuable Player awards in 2015 and 2016. In 2017, the year he won the league MVP award, Westbrook became one of the 2 players in NBA history to average a triple-double for a season, along with Oscar Robertson in 1962. He also set a record for the most triple-doubles in a season with 42. There is a bit of a drop-off when we get to Russell Westbrook, who currently has the largest deal in the NBA, at 5 years for $207 million. Westbrook boasts a deal with Jordan Brand and is one of the select few in the NBA to have their own signature shoe. At the time of this writing, he and Zion are probably Jordan's top players. Westbrook is also one of the key NBA players in the fashion industry, which only boosts his profile even more. In 2019-20, Westbrook pulled in $38.5 million in salary and $18 million from endorsements. Number 3, Kevin Durant, $73.2 million. Kevin Wayne Durant, also known simply by his initials KD, is an American professional basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He played 1 season of college basketball for the University of Texas and was selected as the 2nd overall pick by the Seattle Supersonics in the 2007 NBA Draft. Former Golden State Warriors star Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in the last season, but that didn't stop him from getting a contract that will pay him $164 million over 4 years to move east and play for the Brooklyn Nets. Durant is a Nike athlete, and during his time in Golden State, he started investing in numerous startups, including Postmates and the Acorns investing app, which has allowed him to boost his earning potential. In 2019 and 20, Durant earned $38.2 million in salary and $35 million in endorsements. Number 2, Stephen Curry, $85.2 million. Wardell Stephen Steph Curry II is an American professional basketball player for the Golden State Warriors of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Many analysts and players have called him the greatest shooter in NBA history. Curry has taken the NBA by storm and over the last handful of years have become one of the most popular players in the entire league. In the 2019-20 season, Curry made $40 million in salary and $45 million through endorsements. He is the lead athlete for Under Armour, and even though he is a basketball player, he has signed a deal with Callaway Golf. Curry is one of the most likable stars in all of sports, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see him take over the #1 spot at some point in the future. Number 1, LeBron James, $92.4 million. LeBron Raymond James is an American professional basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Widely considered one of the greatest NBA players in history, James is frequently compared to Michael Jordan in debates over the greatest basketball player of all time. No surprise the top earner in the NBA is LeBron James. He is also one of the few NBA players whose endorsement deals net him more money than his NBA max contract. James has endorsement deals with Walmart, Beats by Dre, and others, but his biggest money-making endorsement is from Nike. James signed a reported lifetime deal with the sports manufacturer worth at or near $1 billion. In 2019 and 20, James made $37.4 million in salary from the NBA and $55 million through endorsements. What do you think of our video? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go for future updates.